Hey, hi. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for December 20th, 2025. So it's like midday. It's kind of cloudy out, you know. Um, oh, yeah. I called the lady from the store this morning. I felt bad. I felt bad for making that lady cry. You know, I am used to tearing down men, right? I've done it my whole life. You know, they used to bag on me. I used to bag on them back, talk shit to each other. But it's like the difference between, though back then and now is, I still have the capability to talk the shit, right? But I have to be careful because I don't want to make anybody cry, especially a woman. Makes me feel bad because I know I can make a man cry. Talking shit, just from talking shit straight up. Just bagging, back and forth. You know what I mean? But I don't want to make a woman cry because women are already going through so much in life already, and especially if they're nice and they're on the level and all that, I don't want to make anyone feel that way, I don't care about the mayor, once again. I don't care about the mayor. Because she's a monster, in her own right. You know what I mean? And so, when, that happened, I felt like, wow. And I was feeling the guilt from the moment that happened until this morning, right? So I was thinking, dang, when things like that happen for me, all right, this is for me, I'm just talking about me. It's kind of like God will not let me rest until I fix it. Yeah, okay, I apologize to the guy, but that wasn't enough because I made the lady cry. And that's what was stayed on my mind since that situation. Yeah. And so when things like that happen, that's like intuition, right? Any of you guys watch my channel, I don't really talk about this kind of stuff too much, really. But maybe I will, to help others follow their own intuition when it comes to certain things, right? If something happens and you're stuck on it and you can't stop thinking about it, that's like your intuition telling you, hey, we're not done yet. Something else has to happen here. So in the morning, I was like, oh, shoot, man. I was like, I gotta go to see if that lady's working today and apologize to her too now. But then I was like, oh, what if they think that, what if she thinks, I don't want to scare her or make her feel, I said, oh, I didn't want to make her feel weird. So I thought maybe, I'll call there and see. And she picked up. Yes. And then so after that, I told her, I apologize and everything. I told her some situations and stuff, whatever. And I told her, yeah, I will never do that to her again. No woman should be crying for anything. Women are powerful. We give birth, for God's sakes. And women can't even get the respect. You're like, no woman should cry. Especially from me, unless, of course, it's deserved, unless you deserve it because you did wrong. But she didn't do anything wrong. But I felt the energy transfer was so deep, and I was like, ah. So I called, I apologized, all that stuff, and she accepted the apology. And that was like a weight just like lifted, I know just recently, like, I've been talking about, like, oh, yeah, well, at least I apologize. Like, I will apologize if I do something wrong. I'm not afraid to apologize. I'm not afraid to admit, oh, I was wrong. I've been like that my whole life. I am not embarrassed to say I'm sorry. Like, people are afraid to say sorry, and that's what keeps tensions, right? That's what keeps tensions between people. Just apologize. Just say sorry if you did something wrong to someone. It's so easy, and you'll feel better. That's what God wants you to do anyways. That's what I think. And God will let you know. Like, let me know. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was relieved after I apologized to the guy. Okay, and like that was over, like, pretty much. And I couldn't stop thinking about the lady, though. That is what stayed on my mind. And that's when I figured out, okay, this is what God wants me to do. I wasn't done yet. And so I called her, and you know, she's a nice lady over there. The guy's a nice guy, too. I don't know about the other guy sitting next to him. He was silent. But, you know, it's okay, whatever. But, yeah, they're pretty, you know. These people don't deserve. I feel bad now for all of that. I feel bad for all of it. Because, you know, knowing now about how the town is. Oh, I saw a video this morning. Like, when I got up. And when I went to go look at my phone, the first video that was right there was a lady. And it looked like she was like in a class, looked like a yellow something here. And the title was something like small town, good old small town, or something is not that good. Or I don't know. I posted it though in a post on my other channel, you know, for everyone to see. Because when I watched it, I was like, oh, that is this town. Exactly. That is this town. Or it could be, but I've already seen like signs that it is. You know? And I was like, oh, shoot. You know? And so I'm like, yeah, okay, you know? I'm going to post this up there. And I don't know if people are going to like it, because people are around here, some of them are like trolleys, and they'll just put mean stuff up or whatever, childish, you know, like the gang stalking and the trolling and the slander. Like, I believe that part. Yeah. So, yeah, I believe that part 100%. So they're going to see and you know, and it's like right there, like everyone knows, but I didn't know. I'm not from a small town. Right? I'm from a bigger town where it's a lot more people being deceptive and hurting others. From, you know, the bigger towns have more violence and danger. These have some violence and danger too, yeah. But everybody know about it right here over where I'm from. Not really. You know, things happen to people, you know. Violence is terrible. And you know, you'd think that, you know, someone like me, you know, because my grandfather was murdered, of course, I'm going to be on the side of actual justice, like real justice, like not just like somebody doing something for the money or whatever. No. Like, I am on the side for the person who's, I mean, you know? My birth chart shows a lot of things too about me that I didn't realize. I was tripping out like the other day, and I was like, you know, has anyone out there actually looked up the meaning of your name, like your whole name? You know, like you can Google like, what does this name mean or whatever. My names, all of them, are crazy. Yeah. My names are crazy. And it's kind of like seeing stuff like that. It's kind of like just the names alone define who I am. And I see it there. And I'm just like, whoa, this is trippy. Because I also did a little studying for numerology too, you know, to see that stuff. Because when I first started, you know, getting into this stuff, I was all over it. I was like, I wanted to see this, I wanted to see that. I was, you know, I mean, I went to school for so long because I wanted to just learn anything and everything I could, you know? And I mean, I'm lucky that I had the opportunity to take all the classes that I wanted to, because it really did help. I was like a professional student. I learned about everything, like everything. But, you know, my main stuff was science, like my minor was biology. So it's like, now I see how, you know, how the accounts of my life went, because today I'm using all that. Because before I was thinking, oh, it's all wasted energy that I went through it. But no, I'm using it now, at this present time. Yeah. All the stuff I learned in school, well, a particular subject, right? Because, you know, I'm using it now. Because other subjects, like, I mean, I went and wanted to, like, you know, go to classes to learn this and to learn that just because I wanted to, you know. Not a lot of people can do that, you know, unfortunately, but I was lucky. That, like, I find that to be a blessing, right? Because I used to just, like, I wanted to take this class, and it had to do, because I changed my major around, right? And when you change your major around, that means that you can take other classes, right? So, like, if you're in one major and you see a class in another major, they're not going to just let you go over there to take that class. You got to change majors, you know what I'm saying? So, or maybe double major, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted more than just those particular things, you know, and plus I was trying to figure out, what am I going to do here? Like, I still really wasn't, the environmental occupational health was the final thing. But circumstances happen, and moving away and all that and things, you know, it just kind of screws everything up. But I took the important stuff, I feel like, anyways, because I'm never going to work in these fields. Like, I was a licensed CMT. I never went and did it. I just had it there. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like that. You know, I got, what do you call it? Certified in 5 different types of forklifts. I never worked at a job with a forklift, though. I just wanted to learn how to do it. You know what I mean? It was medical billing. I took medical billing, never worked in it. You know, like, yeah, it's, you know, I feel blessed that I got to experience all of those things, you know, at one time in my life. You know what I'm saying? You know, but now, yeah, I see that school didn't go to waste, because I'm using the knowledge that I learned from there over here. Yeah, you know, well, some of it, I didn't learn about the lying, you know, about reading people and stuff like that. I didn't learn that from school. I learned that from living on the streets, you know, and some of it in the military. Yeah. And some of the stuff that I recognized with people and their actions, I learned that stuff, some of that stuff in the military. But on the streets, it's a whole different story, especially like streets that are scary, right? Because, yeah, at one time in my life, I was homeless in Long Beach. Yeah. Try living homeless right there, you guys. Shit. I mean, I was doing okay, though. I was doing okay. Like, I was able to handle myself, so. But you know, scary, though, for real. Crazy. I appreciate that experience, though. Yeah, I do. It was a learning experience. I don't forget anything like that, those things and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I really take in and evaluate and think about everything. I mull over everything in my mind in regards to everything in my life. Yeah. You know? But, all right, you guys, that's all I have for you guys. I guess I felt chit-chatty again. But it's Saturday. Nothing going on. Oh, last night I found out what that was. Last night they had Santa Claus. I didn't see Santa. Oh, I'm gonna be straight. I thought it was a fire. I didn't know they were doing that. I guess that's nice for the kids, for the people who, you know, do Santa Claus. I guess that's nice. I was like, what is that? Yeah. Anyways, you guys, that's all I have for you guys. Sacred Geometry Universe video journal diary for December 20th, right? Gosh. Yeah, rambling so much, right? December 20th, 2025, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.